Already on track with your super but want to retire before age 60? In this video, I'll walk you through step by step how to calculate the exact amount you should save by your desired retirement age. I will also show you how to develop an effective investment plan that can help you achieve that target. When it comes to planning for early retirement before age 60 in Australia, it helps to think in two distinct phases. The first phase focuses on building up your superannuation to secure your financial future after age 60. You see, upon retiring at 60, if your total super balance is within the transfer balance cap, which is $2 million for FY26, you can convert your super accumulation account into an account-based pension. This gives you access to a regular tax-free income, and the investment earnings inside this account are completely tax-free. Thanks to these significant tax advantages, for life after 60, super is the most effective option to do the heavy lifting in retirement and should become the vehicle of choice for managing your assets. Even if you aim to retire well before you can access your super, it's important not to overlook it. Early, consistent contributions on top of what your employer provides usually set you up well for life over 60. If your super and other assets aren't enough, age pension may help fill the gap once you reach age 67. I have shared numerous videos on boosting your super and optimizing your age pension, and I will continue to create more. Feel free to check them out. Once life from age 60 onward is covered, the next step is preparing for the years leading up to 60. That's phase 2. Since super isn't accessible until 60, you will need assets outside super to fund the years between your early retirement age and 60. These assets can take many forms: an investment property or an investment portfolio made of shares and ETFs. Personally, I think a portfolio works better for this purpose because it's diversified, flexible, can be built gradually, and allows you to control how you draw it down. I call this your bridge portfolio. To build this portfolio, we need to tackle two crucial questions. How much do I need at my desired early retirement age? How do I start investing now to reach that goal? Let me walk you through an example step by step using a purpose-built calculator. Meet Frank, born on 30th of May 1988. He will be 38 on his next birthday and hopes to retire early at 55. But because he can't access his super until age 60, he will need an investment portfolio outside super, his bridge portfolio, to fund his lifestyle during the 5 years between 55 and 60. For Frank, early retirement doesn't mean having no income. It simply means having more time and flexibility to pursue his interests. He has estimated that a passive income of $6,000 per month in today's dollars from his bridge portfolio would comfortably supplement any other income and give him the freedom he wants. He also expects to draw down the capital over those years rather than live only off the returns, because his super is already on track to support him from age 60 onward. Of course, $6,000 in today's dollars won't buy the same lifestyle when Frank reaches 55. After applying 3% inflation each year, his required monthly income increases to $9,917 by age 55, and it will continue rising each year to maintain the same purchasing power throughout his early retirement years. Between age 55 and 60, Frank plans to keep his bridge portfolio invested while withdrawing funds each month. He is assuming an investment return of 6% per annum. Based on these assumptions, Frank will need $530,457 in his bridge portfolio by age 55, expressed in age 55 dollars, to comfortably meet his monthly withdrawal goal. Let's pause here and look at this chart. From age 55, the portfolio enters drawdown mode. You can see the regular withdrawals increasing slightly each year with inflation, while the portfolio balance gradually declines. By age 60, the balance reaches zero, exactly as intended. because from that point onward, Frank plans to rely on his super. Let's say Frank also wants to build in a few extra goals during his early retirement years. At age 55, he wants $15,000 in today's dollars for a special holiday. At age 58, he plans for $10,000 in today's dollars to help his son with a gap year. And by the end of age 59, he wants to maintain a $50,000 buffer rather than letting the portfolio run all the way to zero. To cover these additional goals, he will need an extra $110,418 at age 55. So when we combine his regular income needs, his one-off goals, and the buffer he wants to keep at the end, Frank will need a total of $640,874 in age 55 dollars. If we look at the chart now, you can see the extra lump sum withdrawals in yellow sitting on top of the regular income drawdowns in gray. The portfolio still appears to run down to zero at age 60, but that's only because we treat the $50,000 buffer as a final withdrawal. If Frank doesn't end up spending it, the amount simply becomes his leftover balance. This may look like a sheet full of numbers, but you only need to enter figures in the orange highlighted cells. The chart is fully dynamic and will update automatically to reflect your own situation as you enter your numbers. Step 1 is all about working out the goal, the amount of capital you need by your desired early retirement age. Now that Frank has a clear target, step 2 is to develop an investment plan to reach it. Frank needs a total of $640,874 by age 55. Since his age next birthday is 38, that gives him 17 whole years to save and invest towards this goal. In this part of the calculator, we use a set of inputs and assumptions highlighted in orange to work out the amount of regular investments Frank needs to make to reach his target. Let's say he already has a starting investment of $20,000 and plans to increase his contributions by 3% per year. He plans to invest in a diversified ETF portfolio and estimates it will generate a 4% capital return, a 4% income return, and has a 30% franking level. He's also assuming that during the accumulation years from 38 to 55, his investment returns will be taxed at a marginal tax rate of 39%. By the way, if you are using this calculator, you only need to adjust the orange cells to suit your own situation. Now we click this button and it calculates the regular investment Frank needs to make to reach his goal. That is $15,727 per year or $1,311 per month. To double check the result, the annual contribution of $15,727 increased by 3% each year, grows the portfolio to $640,874 by the end of the year 17, just before his desired retirement age of 55. This matches the target amount perfectly. You will also see how the portfolio grows over time. The first several years, roughly the first $200,000, might feel slow, but the growth accelerates as compounding takes hold. This calculator is more detailed than a typical investment projection tool. By separating income and capital growth and factoring in franking credits and their tax impact, it provides a much more accurate projection. After completing the two steps, you can use the Get a Summary function. With one click, it generates a summary based on your inputs. Here is the summary for Frank. Feel free to pause the video to read. It's completely dynamic and designed to help you quickly grasp your plan. But remember, like any financial modeling, it's based on assumptions that can't possibly capture every detail of real life. If you'd like to access this calculator, you can find the link in both the description and the comment section. This is an Excel file with macros, so you'll need to open it in a version of Excel that supports and can enable macros. For example, the desktop version of Microsoft Excel works perfectly, and will allow you to use all the features without any issues. Unfortunately, Google Sheets and Excel for the web don't support macros, so the file won't work properly on those platforms. Just a quick heads up, this is a paid calculator as a lot of time and effort has gone into building and refining it. I hope this not only gives you value but also supports the channel so I can continue to make better content. After having a clear goal and a plan, actually taking that first step is what makes the difference. If you're ready to get started, choosing the right brokerage account and selecting suitable investments is the natural next step. Check out these videos to help you take that step with confidence. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another one.